Welcome everybody to another episode of Books and Betches, not to be confused with Books and
Divergent.
Hey,
I really thought you weren't ready at all, but you were on it.
It's episode 3 of the day, so she got it.
True. I'm Kristen, and with me,
Ian. I'm here.
Yeah.
My name is
She
Erica.
had her afternoon pee.
and what's your name?
Maria. Sorry. Sorry.
My name is Erica.
You made that point in the past. After Erica has
When
her
she
afternoon
has
pee,
her afternoon pee, she's a different woman.
you are different. It's freaking me out. Why you have to
the shit I noticed, man. That's just. I'm very observant.
This episode, listen, we're sticking
3
with,
books and a movie.
It's that.
3 books and a movie. We do batches.
Batch.
The Betches batch together.
Keep going. Why don't you lead us?
Let's see how far this train
the
goes.
Betches batch to our episodes, and we decided, due to time constraint and just fucking overall
General life.
not wanting to read 4 books every fucking month, we're gonna do 3 books.
5 because we read an extra one
For the
Patreon.
Patreon. Yep.
So
3 books in a movie.
Which the Patreon book this month is Project Hail Mary
yeah.
by Andy Weir.
I'm really excited to read
love it.
I'm
It's
really excited to
so
read it too. Me
good so far. And as someone who's like not smart enough for sci-fi, I don't care. Like, and then if you like audiobooks, listen to it because the narrator is superb. He adds life to this story that I never thought you could actually add.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Did you have to buy it on Audible though?
I did.
I bought mine on Audible and I'm happy about it.
I bought mine on iBooks or whatever. I don't even know what that is, but I buy
Apple.
I'm gonna do it on iBooks then.
It's Apple Books.
It was
I've
expensive.
been saving
$25.
It's an expensive book.
shit.
The
Yeah.
girls have been saying it on Discord.
Yeah,
that's
$25
expensive.
bucks
Get
for
the fuck out of here. What you bought it on Audible?
I bought it on Audible with my credits. Yep. Don't worry, I'm gonna buy you credits for your pregnancy. So go ahead. Go
Okay.
spend that cash, baby. I got you.
So this is our movie episode. We were doing kind of a YA theme this month, minus our Creature Cafe coming up.
Because you guys want more of it, and we have to keep going.
A lot of you guys wanted Divergent.
Yep,
Yes.
this was a
This
requested.
was a requested episode.
Yeah, so obviously it's a book series. Who is it written by?
Veronica Roth.
Okay, and it came out when?
think so.
Do we know?
Many moons ago.
Many moons ago.
I remember when Divergent. I never got into it. I don't think I,
didn't
ever
get into
read
it.
it.
Wait, I'm so excited to tell you guys this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're gonna be so mad. Okay.
Why
So-
do you do this?
Oh, I already know.
2012?
The Wikipedia.
Divergent
yeah,
is
go ahead.
the
2011.
first. Divergent is the first book that or series, I guess,
that you finished first.
that I looked at the
The
Wikipedia for.
So this
And this is the
reasoning.
reason. Divergent is the reason. If you do not want the spoiler for this series, tune out for
Oh
the
yeah, I
next
haven't
30
even
seconds.
said that we're a spoil. Okay, we're gonna spoil
Hold
and
on.
swear and shit.
30 seconds. Skip this. She dies at the end.
I don't understand why. That's awesome. Actually, I love that.
I
was
wrote
so
in my
mad.
notes that Kristen must be happy with us because people die.
I fucking
She
love
dies
that.
in the end.
That's awesome. That's
But
different.
not for YA. I don't want that in YA.
Are you sure that's true? And somebody didn't
Yes.
just edit the Wikipedia page?
No. That's what happened.
I don't
Because
know. I
I,
didn't read
feel
it.
like that would have been a bigger deal. Like
They
I
didn't
never
finish the
Here's
series.
the thing. Here's the thing about Divergent. I never heard anybody talk about this book ever.
Yeah, no.
I mean, when the movie came out, I knew about it. But as far as like the book series,
movie, okay, the movie. Okay, I don't know how deep we want to get in right now. The movie cast is. I don't think it's exactly equivalent to the Hunger Games because the Hunger Games has some really big like old hitters. Like we get the Woody Harrelson, and Snow. What's his fucking face? He's a pretty. But the cast of Divergent is actually really, really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Young talent wise.
Yes.
You got Miles Teller. You got
Shailene Woodley.
You have
Theo
James.
Theo James.
What's her face? Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz.
With a not Austin.
Oh yeah, the other one you were saying. It's
Fault
not
in-
Austin
the kid from
Butler.
Fault in Our Stars.
Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah.
That guy.
I never watched that film. And I don't think I ever will.
Hansel.
Ansel, whatever.
Yep.
You have a lot of really, really good talent, and you have what's her face?
Kate Winslet?
Kate Winslet.
Oh, that was Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't even.
You have a lot
She
of
looked familiar.
really,
I don't know.
really solid
don't know.
actors.
It's Rose, bro.
I don't know. What is that even?
Old Rose?
Titanic?
Yeah, I don't know.
Old Rose.
She was young. Yeah.
Old Rose.
She looks different now.
But
She's great. She's exactly the same to me.
Yeah.
She's
to me,
blonde.
like this is pretty on par with Hunger Games in terms of like ability there, right? Because
Yeah.
like Jennifer Lawrence to me, I think she's pretty equal to Shailene Woodley.
Yeah.
I think she just blew up more.
Yeah, it was just I think Hunger Games was just a better book.
I don't remember reading. Or
I mean,
like,
Divergent is Hunger Games.
It is.
Yeah, it
I
is.
didn't care about this book at all. Like this and Hunger Games, I never picked them up because at this point, I was in Twilight World.
Yeah.
Right. So then my reading
2011?
shifted. Yeah, it came out in like 2007.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
2005.
But this
2007?
was when I was YA.
Yeah.
I was the young adult reading these
But
books.
in that point, my reading had shifted because remember, I was reading adult books already first. Any young adult, any kids books I was reading were the scary ones, are like scary stories you read in the dark kind of thing. Otherwise, I was reading fucking Hannibal and like adult stuff.
so
See, I was
funny.
still on YA.
And so then I
That's
got
so
to
funny.
Twilight, and I was like, "Oh, this is cute. She loves a vampire." And I did that.
It was
right?
like a breath of fresh air.
And I skipped any kind of like apocalyptic or dystopian world because it wasn't my thing. I was like, I don't want to deal with that,
That's fair.
so I never read them.
I got into Hunger Games right as like a 19-year-old.
I never even read the
18,
book. I never saw the
19.
movies. I only saw when we started the podcast.
Same.
18, 19.
So
and
you
then
read it?
I didn't read Divergent. I read like the Hunger Games and like those types of
yeah.
books. And then when I watched Divergent. I watched all three of them. I actually liked all three of them in
I don't
terms
remember
of
the third.
movies. They weren't the last two weren't great. The
Right.
third one was horrible.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But I enjoyed them. I think the one thing that Divergent has that I think is really fun is like you have the 4 different like factions or 5 factions.
Yeah.
And that's like you're kind of giving that like Harry Potter, like Hufflepuff, Gryffindor. Like you're allowing people to kind of like pick their
Pick their house.
house.
Should we do a 60-second?
Sure.
Erica.
This one's tough.
I know, that's why I said Erica.
Not really.
It's really not.
Don't think about the small details. Think about the big picture. That's how you win at this game.
It's tough. And now I know it's going to be bad. All right. Let me grab a clock. Just to give you time to think about it.
Do you want me to do it?
No, it's got to be Erica. It has to be.
I love how we bully each other.
Forewarning, this is going to be terrible.
All right, ready? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Oh,
so
wait, I didn't explain what we were doing.
Oh, no, you did not. Go ahead.
Okay, we do this thing on the podcast where we attempt to explain an entire plot summary of a book or a movie in 60 seconds or less. So, Erica, keep in mind, we're not basing this off the book. Like, we all just read the movie.
We
all watched the movie. We did not read the book.
In this case, for this episode, it's just the movie plot.
So if our information is wrong, don't come for us and be like, in the book it says this.
Actually,
I don't
give
think
a
anybody
fuck.
read this book, so
I'm sure they
I'm
did.
sure
I'm sure
somebody-
someone
Somebody's
did.
gonna be like, I read it.
We're being bullies. Okay, Erica.
That's
Here
what
we go.
do here, I guess.
And Erica's going to do Divergent in 3,
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so it's broken up. This like post-apocalyptic world is broken up into 5 different factions, which essentially is just like 5 different functions of like society. So you all like feed into like the one community essentially. And when you're young, you get tested, and they figure out like which faction you can actually like get filtered into, but at the same time it's like the Sorting Hat where you can like pick it as well. So they tell you what your aptitude is, but then you end up picking it.
30.
We follow this one girl who she fits in all of the factions equally, so she ends up going into like the one where everyone runs all the time.
Dauntless.
And
She's a Divergent.
She's
15
Divergent. And what ends
She's
up happening
different.
is the government is corrupt, as always, in every one YA apocalyptic movie or book.
5 seconds.
And yeah, that's they figure it out.
2, 1.
They figure out the government sucks.
She was doing so well.
Yeah, you were.
But she
lost
spent
it at
too
the
much
end.
time on one thing, and then
Yes.
she missed the whole
Yes.
Shailene Woodley's kind of
For
storyline.
starters, the factions are, yes, what you could do in society, but also part of your personality trait. So if you're amni whatever, you're kind. If
Okay,
you're-
here they are. Candor, which is honesty. Abnegation.
And they're like the judges.
Yeah. Candor is...
5 SAT words.
Yeah. Yes.
Erica saw the honest trailer for this, and now she can't
Yes,
unsee it.
yes.
Abnegation is selflessness. Dauntless are the brave, basically the military.
And like they're cops, yeah.
Amity is the peaceful.
Farmers.
Erudite is the intelligent.
And they, I don't know.
Think of them as
What do you
scientists.
think you would have been in?
I know what I would have been in. I would have been a farmer.
I would have probably
For
been. I would have probably been Candor.
What's the farmer
Candor.
one?
No, that's Amity.
Amity. That's what I thought.
I would have been a farmer or honest, and I think Candor just because they become lawyers.
I think you would have been that.
And I
one
think I
for
would have been a good
sure.
lawyer.
I think I would have been Candor too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're brutally honest.
So I would have been on the field, like happy as a clam.
Yeah.
You guys would be like,
Arguing
Or
a point.
honestly, could have been Divergent too.
Divergent.
She has to be Divergent.
We probably all would
I
be now.
could be Divergent.
Actually, you know what? Me too, because I was in ROTC.
So there we go. Here we go with ROTC.
All right, I have lots of plants.
You know what's funny?
I'm very selfless.
Yeah, we all have personality trait. Like we're normal human beings.
Yeah.
But when I first started, I was like, oh, I would be dauntless. And then they're running all
There's
around.
no fucking
and I was
way.
like, not at 30. I would not be dauntless at 30.
I would be dauntless at 18.
Oh, for sure. 1,000. I would be climbing everything until like some stuff. I was
would
like,
never be
no, I
climbing.
wouldn't shit next to the person next to me. I couldn't do that.
So I wrote down in my notes, I was like,
I'd
why is
rather
it a jail
be-
cell?
I'd
Like,
rather
why
be
is it
fact-
jail?
What's the point? Like, why do that?
Like, I understand, like, because then I had to remind myself, this is based on military.
True.
And if you've gone to boot camp, like I did that one time in ROTC,
true.
you go through this. You
Yeah.
have to shower in the same
Yeah.
place. Everyone sees you because they basically remove all your humanity until you're just a number.
Like 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I was like, dauntless would be cool, but like, what happens when these kids get older? Like, you cannot sustain that lifestyle. It's not possible.
They become leaders.
They become leaders. Yeah,
yeah, and then you don't have to jump.
So they're
still
just delegating.
Jumping, they're still
They
jumping out of
delegate.
some of these
trains.
guys still jump a lot.
Yeah, and
But you
they
didn't see that
run
guy.
Why do they
Who
run
was that-
everywhere? I want to talk about
That's
that.
my
Gotta
first
get
thing I wrote.
places.
Dauntless is annoying as fuck. Why are they keep screaming like that in the streets?
They yell and then they run everywhere.
They're just in the streets like,
But
wow!
they play capture the flags. That's pretty cool.
That was dope, except
It's a
for
cool
the
flag.
gunshot. It simulates a real gunshot wound. No, thank you. I'm out.
They're in the military.
It's pretty
But
cool.
but I'm
That's pretty
saying
cool.
that's why I know I wouldn't be.
That was a cool
dauntless.
scene. That was a cool scene.
No, it's fucking dope. I love that whole
Yeah, it's a
thing.
great
Yeah, it was a
scene.
cool scene.
I will say overall, I enjoyed the movie.
I like the movie a
I
lot.
had fun. I'm gonna watch the second one. Is it bad?
They get progressively worse.
Nice.
And
to
they
hear it.
kind of like the plot of the and obviously I read the Wikipedia. The plot of this series kind of really fucking fishtails. Like
Interesting.
it really just gets like
I think one thing I
icky.
wrote was like it could have just ended with the end of this movie. This movie could just end it there.
Yeah, and be done.
Give us a little like a blurb of what happens next.
She
and,
should have
like,
killed Kate Winslet.
She should have
Yeah,
fucking
it's
killed
just-
Kate Winslet. That's
it
the
really-
first thing
Yeah.
you should have done.
it really evolves. The second one is kind of cool. I liked the second one because there was some cool stuff. Like she gets tested and she basically has to like unlock the next thing essentially. And because she's Divergent, she's the only one that can do it. So like whatever.
There are other Divergents, not just
well,
Well, yeah, whatever. She's
Yeah.
like they've tested other ones and it doesn't work, so they keep testing Divergence, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I forget what happens in the third one, but it just like the whole story just really like unravels. Where I feel like, and I hate keep continuing to compare this to Hunger Games, but the Hunger Games was like they want to keep the power, and these people are rising against,
yeah.
and there's an actual
That doesn't happen in Divergent.
It does, but it's all like messy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's all these like
It's not like
other
cohesive.
things happening, like
What I don't get
the
is like,
Divergent thing, like all of these
Yeah.
like. It's
why
just-
not leave? If you're a factionalist,
They can't.
Why?
Can't.
Why? Is
Just
it? Is
don't
there
do
a
the
wall?
wall.
That was what was unclear to me.
So there
what's
must have
on the
been-
other side?
And then I also get this
Wasteland.
mixed up with Maze Runner.
But like,
Mm.
are there other humans outside of this?
There could
I
be.
think you
I
find
think
out.
You find
I
out
think
in
That's
book
what I
two.
was- that's
I think
because-
the third one is they go past the wall and
Okay.
there's shit
They're
outside.
heading
Nice.
towards the wall at the end of movie 1.
Got it. Got it.
But I get this movie mixed up with Maze Runner sometimes.
I was gonna say we should do Maze Runner. I was actually gonna bring that up.
That
Let me add
movie
that to my
sucks.
list.
That movie is horrible, but I actually love the book.
Let
back
me
in the
add
day.
it to the
I remember
list.
reading that when I was like really young.
Runner.
But yeah, this is the whole dystopian YA
Yeah.
like situation that was in the 2000 like the late 2000s that I think like we all just got really sucked into.
I feel that. I mean, the story is straightforward. It's like, you know, you got the factions. She doesn't fit in.
She's part of abnegation, right?
Yeah.
She's grew up in abnegation where it's very selfless. They don't even look at themselves in the mirror. They're very like giving
Weird.
to others.
Yep.
It gives like ultra
They don't
religious
look in
vibes.
mirrors.
Yeah, it's weird.
That was weird as fuck.
definitely gives like
It
Amish,
gives
like
full on
Yeah.
Amish vibes.
Amish for sure.
And so when the test comes, the girl that's in there is a Dauntless girl giving her the test.
she's super hot.
I love
Yes.
her. She was Nikita on CW.
Yeah.
Good old days. And so she goes to her, she's like, tell them you were sick. Your test came back inconclusive. Don't tell us to anyone. Like, hide.
Yeah.
This is bad. You're divergent. They'll kill you for this. So here comes the choosing day, the sorting hat day.
Which, like, why take a test if you could just pick whatever the fuck you want?
I think there's some people who will need that direction.
Really?
I think so.
You're like risking, like you
usually pick your family.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you leave your faction, you're leaving your entire family.
So that's something I don't like about this.
Yeah.
It's faction over blood.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
You will never catch me picking a group over my family. There's
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah.
But like, if you really fucking hated abnegation, like I would if I was in abnegation, I would totally like
Leave, yeah.
leave.
But I don't like the idea of having to just give up your entire like. I
Right.
can't talk to them on the street. Like, what are you talking about?
It makes it more, I don't know.
important of a decision.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So she goes and she starts deciding like that they have to cut their hand and put their blood in different bowls, each signifying each.
I like the
faction.
visualization of them.
Yeah, I liked it. And so she goes and she picks Dauntless.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when this whole journey begins. Now she has to run everywhere and climb shit. And my question was, how does she even have the stamina for this? Because has she ever worked out?
That's what I'm saying. Like, she went from being what they call a stiff. It's somebody
Yeah.
who's in abnegation, wears all gray, is basically boring. And then all of a sudden she's in this and she's like keeping up with them. She jumps on this train.
You're
18. I wrote down, I was like, what happens if you don't get on the train? And immediately after I wrote that down, somebody was like, yeah, you're just factionless. I'm like, well, that's fucked. But like, so imagine picking one and then you can't keep up. And then they start like getting rid of people anyway.
Yeah, which is a
So
new
it's like,
thing.
Well, that was
Yeah.
fucked up when they started getting rid of people. I was like, it just, I don't know. It felt like a stupid side, like, competition, like, created.
Also, that guy Eric, who is like
the worst.
So there's that guy.
Miles
No,
Teller?
no. Eric is the one that like runs. He's the leader.
Oh, yeah,
Next
the
to
blonde
4,
one.
he's the
Yeah.
the
So
blonde
it's the leaders are 4, the really sexy Theo James.
one.
And that guy Eric. And my thing was like, okay, Eric's an asshole, and 4 never stands up for him. And if I was Triss, I would have been like, are you afraid of him? I thought you were dauntless. Like, that's what I would have said, because they act so
and then
scared
you would
of
have
him.
gotten fucked up
I
for
don't
it.
give a fuck. So this is another example of a girl, a bitchy guy who is so tough. I have a bad past and I'm really tough. Getting with the girl. The girl's changing him for the better. I literally just mentioned this in the last podcast, how much I fucking hate this. And I just want to say, ladies.
I don't think she's changing him.
I don't think she changed
No,
him.
for sure. Like, he wouldn't have gotten all soft if it wasn't for her.
He was still soft from the beginning.
No.
He
fell
just
in
he was
love
a
with
he
dick.
just fell in love with her.
He was
I
a
will
dick.
say,
But that's not how it
these
works. That doesn't. That's
It
not
worked
how
in that
works.
movie.
It's not how it works
These
in real life.
two have the most chemistry
on screen. Yeah.
on screen of
As
any
any of
of the YA books to movies
For
that we've
sure.
seen.
Mm-hmm.
Edward and Bella, fuck no. Peeta Brad don't got no kind of chemistry with Katniss. Like, I don't
Even
there's-
Katniss with Kate.
even Katniss with Gale
Gale.
Yeah.
ain't gonna work for me either. These two, like, but anyway, anyone can have a thing with Theo James.
But
like,
like,
you know?
it's like we
No,
wonder
but
why.
Shailene Woodley is a great actress.
I love her.
I think in this movie she felt dead behind the eyes to me.
I think that's just the character.
I think the
but I
character
think it's the
sucked, yeah.
character, and that's
Yeah.
okay. But
I love her in Big Little Lies. But
Yeah, I liked her in that.
I just think that like this is what guys now our age who are like, girls like girls like assholes. I've heard that from like 2 different guys who are like, yeah, girls like
people
assholes.
would say that since I was a kid.
But it's just like such a weird stigma that I think these movies and these stories really heighten. Like,
Girls
it's always
like
the
guys
asshole.
who seem like assholes but
And I
aren't
don't.
assholes.
I just don't.
I think
I've always been attracted to
From-
like soft men. Not saying you're
Mike,
soft,
you're not soft.
I'm not saying that. I'm
No.
just saying like
no,
I hate
think,
assholes.
I
hate
think
them.
the difference here, and because I heard this as a teenager,
Yeah.
right? If like girls only like assholes, it's like
Not
no,
true.
girls like men with confidence.
Sometimes
And they don't not, and there's a fine line between being
I
a
don't want an
confident
Andrew
dude,
Tate or like a
Yeah, there's a fine line between a confident man and a dish, like a
Yeah.
dish, a douchebag.
a dish.
A
That's
dish.
what my
A dish.
She's a dish.
my dad calls it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Ed says it, that I say it.
A
Okay,
dish.
so that's the difference.
dush.
I
A
will
dush.
always want a confident man that can hold his own
Sure.
and knows what he wants and how he wants it and
Mhm.
will not be afraid of it.
Yeah, but that's different from being
But
an asshole.
the minute he becomes disrespectful,
Yeah.
he's getting a backhand.
Yeah.
So it's not happening.
It's like I don't know. It's just annoying.
There is nobody on this earth that I would allow to do what I would allow Theo James to do to me.
Yeah. See, that's fair, but
I don't care. He could do anything
Theo
to me.
James is so sassy.
The consent
Are
card
you
is
seeing?
torn up.
Oh my goodness.
Did you see? Are you seeing him in Time Traveler's Wife?
Is
on
he
HBO?
married? Or
I
what?
will watch him in any fucking.
Well, he's on Time Traveler's Wife, the show.
He's The main guy in Sandition.
What's Sandition?
It's like the unfinished last work of Jane Austen.
Oh, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he is married.
Oh.
He's married to a woman named Ruth. She's hot.
Of course she is.
Sorry,
him.
she's blonde.
Bullshit.
It's okay. I just like blonde men.
Okay, so
Theo James is the hottest one. I think Theo James is one of the hottest guys in Hollywood right now.
Theodore Peter James Kinner Tapicad.
What do you say?
That's his whole name.
Oh,
Theodore Peter James Kinnard Tapalicalis.
Oh, he's
Yep,
British.
I see why I went with Theo James.
Anyways, I think he's like I personally he's not
37.
as talented as, but I think he's as hot as Brad Pitt was in the 90s.
He has
Like he gives me that
he
same
has a
like
Chad Michael Murray vibe.
he has that
Yeah.
same like he's unspeakably good looking.
Yeah.
Like you can't
He's
even.
It's not
fine.
fair.
You're making
It's
it
not
sound
fair
like
how he
he's
is.
unfair.
It's not fair how he
that
is.
fucking hot.
Not for you, but for me, he's beautiful.
This is
I'm
He
not saying
reminds
he's
me of
not
one of
hot.
those men I'd see on my telenovelas.
I think
this
he's
is literally
gorgeous,
like
but-
the
Handsome.
epitome of like what you
Handsome.
want.
I feel
Yes.
like we're talking about this for too long.
No, I think we're talking about.
I think you
time.
could. I think I could do an entire podcast
He's so
about him.
handsome. Look at that jawline.
Didn't they
He's
make a
so
4
hot.
book?
Yeah, I am for.
So maybe they'll make a 4 movie.
They won't.
With him.
Didn't
Yeah.
they? Didn't they make a 4 movie?
Him in Sandition. If you haven't seen,
We're not
Sandition.
talking about Syndition.
Oh, he looks good in period
Oh my
clothes.
Oh, Yeah.
He's still
Period.
my heart.
Period.
It's
Theo
cool, but
James.
nobody could see
Show
what
her,
you're looking
show her,
at.
Show her.
I already went through all of his pictures. He's a sexy motherfucker. Okay, can we move on now?
Kristen always does this.
Because I am thinking about the people listening who can't see what we
Oh my
can see.
god!
I know.
Kristen always does this. Try to
No,
keep
I-
us on track.
No,
Okay,
so true.
Oh, him and period stuff is so
It's-
good. It's so good.
Put him in Bridgerton. Put him in Bridgerton.
Bridgerton. Put him in Bridgerton.
Look at Kristen.
I'm just waiting for you to be done, and then I can move on.
She, the top hat. She doesn't until that thing closes. She's
You
not
can
gonna
edit
stop.
this episode.
No.
Yeah. Yep. This one's yours.
Okay. Let's get on.
Are we
Let's
gonna
do
move
it.
on? Because you're gonna edit
Yeah,
this
yeah.
episode.
'Cause I'm gonna edit it. The one thing I will say about this, the soundtrack does not match the film. That's where
I don't remember it.
Twilight holds the cake on this.
I don't remember soundtrack.
It's unbelievable how good the Twilight soundtrack is.
Yes.
Like I don't mean to
In this
like,
one,
say
they
it.
had a random ass Ellie Goulding song when she's walking
I
into
don't
like
remember.
the I can't remember. I can't sing it to you right now.
Hans Zimmer, his name was on.
He's an
this.
executive producer, not that he composed it.
I thought it said something about music.
He
for
wasn't
it,
the
too.
compose-
composer.
which is
He was the
weird.
producer.
Oh, I thought it said executive.
No, he did
composer
not
or something.
compose. Some other guy composed. But those tracks were fine. It was the tracks that were like commercially made, like these big names. Ellie Goulding, the song "Run Boy Run."
How do I not? I don't remember any of these.
When
songs.
she's running to the subway
Yeah.
or the train
I didn't
thingy,
even notice.
that's the song.
Oh.
And I was like, this is not the soundtrack for this movie.
When she first gets to Dauntless, I love that she gets rid of her shitty name. No offense
Trish
to
is so much
anybody who listens and is named Beatrice. Not a shitty name. I'm joking. But
it's
Trish
Uma
is,
Thurman's name in Kill Bill, and
Yeah.
it's the best name.
It's fine. I just like that she changed it to something that was easier to listen to and read.
Yeah.
But the Will, I thought he was the best one. He was hot and he was nice. And why
And
didn't
he
we?
fucked up?
No, that was
Oh
Al.
no, Will she kills. Al. Yeah, Al's the one that
Will was
sad.
so awesome, and Will ended up dating, I think, that girl, right, Christina.
I don't know.
I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I wish Will was more of a key character.
Yeah.
But I do like that Divergent's not afraid to kill people off. Apparently,
Yeah.
Apparently,
And her
more
having to
than-
kill Al.
She definitely killed people.
She killed
Yeah.
Al, and then her mom and dad die.
Yep.
Fitz from Scandal, love him.
Yeah.
I love it.
He's so great.
I don't know who that
The
is.
dad.
dad.
The dad
Oh,
is
yeah, he was
Fitz
great.
in Scandal.
Oh.
The president.
Miles Teller this is my impression of Miles Teller.
I
for
love
everything.
him though.
I'm so bad with names, so I have to like look up who you're talking
He
about.
looks like a pussy bitch.
Did you see him in?
Yeah. And I can't forget that he's a
he
pussy
was
bitch in this
so
fucking
annoying
movie.
to look at.
Yes, but
I will never
but
forget
if
his
you watch
pussy
Top
bitchness.
Gun, you'll
I
change your
don't like
mind.
that mustache.
Dude, no, he's so
No,
hot in Top
the
Gun. I don't
mustache
care what you
gives
say.
me
He
I
was
don't care. what
dirty
you say.
porn
Okay.
vibes, and I'm not about it.
It was awesome
no
and perfect, and
no,
I love him.
Hard pass.
You guys are out of your mind.
Hard pass.
All right, Erica, do your fuck, marry, kill.
Fuck, marry, kill. I'm marrying Theo James.
No, say the people.
Of
These
what's-
and
what's
everybody
the other one?
listening is not in our group chat. Sometimes I do think y'all forget that we're doing a podcast and we're just talking to each other, which is
That's what
great.
it feels like to me. It feels like conversation.
I totally get it, but I gotta make sure that the people.
Okay, we're doing Fuck, Marry, Kill, Ansel Elgort, Miles Teller, or Theo James.
And which one's Ansel? The brother?
The brother.
Oh, okay. He was fine.
I said this last night.
Yep.
That I would marry Theo because I want to have him forever.
Fair.
And the other two, I don't give a fuck who's who.
We
That's
gotta
it.
pick.
No, I don't care.
Honestly,
I'd kill the annoying one. Miles.
Here's the thing, though.
He's
if you're
dead.
marrying someone, you get to fuck them.
yeah,
so I'm marrying him.
Theo.
Oh, okay. Go on.
That's my logic.
Okay.
I will fuck Miles Teller
No.
only in the scape of Top Gun.
No.
Yes.
I would kick him out.
Same.
If we're
Out
talking about
on the street, I'm not touching
we're
Miles
talking
Teller.
about the world
He's
that
dying.
we're living in.
No.
Divergent. I'm talking about Divergent world.
We're talking Divergent World. He's
fucking dead.
He's dead.
Oh, in Divergent World, yeah.
He's dead.
He's dead.
I thought that was the assignment.
I would actually marry Ansel and then fuck Theo.
I would marry Theo.
He's fine. He's just a brick. He's nothing. He doesn't have a personality. I don't know why you guys are so obsessed with it. Yeah, he's hot.
You know,
he's
it
hot.
feels like
Cool,
when
he's
you
hot.
See a hipster that just doesn't want to like something because
Yeah.
everyone else likes it.
It's just because he's hot.
That's what it feels like.
Is
with
that why you want to
Kristen.
marry him? Because he's
Yeah.
hot. That's it.
I'm
He's
attracted
got-
to him. Yeah.
he's got
I'm
a
attracted
sexy-
to him too, but
Yeah,
that's not
but
everything.
you don't hear me say like Ansel's just like cuter or whatever. I'm just gonna go with Ansel because I like him. The
I
other
liked
guy's
his
whatever.
personality
There's
better.
nothing
the
about
way
it.
you're
If I'm gonna
coming-
spend every day with somebody, I have to fucking like their fucking personality.
This is the
I
shit
don't
we fight
care about
about.
4.
This is the shit we fight about.
His name's 4.
Miles Teller looks like he got punched in the face.
I
Yeah,
disagree
like his nose has been broken a couple times.
wholeheartedly. You guys are out of your mind. Okay.
He looks better older.
He's hot now.
He's got a baby face.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I wouldn't want to procreate with him.
It's just that beach scene. I just keep playing it in my head over and over from Top Gun.
I haven't seen Top Gun, so I don't care.
Okay, more about this movie. What are we missing? I don't know. It was fine. It wasn't bad. We've watched a lot of bad
It's not
movies.
a bad movie. It's not. I don't think this is a bad movie.
I don't know if you guys want to come like bring this up or like expose
For what
this
it is.
expose this answer. What would be in your fear simulator?
Flying out of a falling out of a
Falling on a
plane.
plane. Okay.
Fire.
Yours?
Mine would be claustrophobia.
Yes.
Or like any type of tight space.
I feel that.
Cave. Vent. Like a vent. Like one of
Ooh,
those.
I
Like,
hate that.
I'm with you.
or
An
like
elevator. being
or
stuck in an
out
elevator.
in the ocean.
Yeah, those are mine.
Oh,
of the
that one
ocean.
doesn't bother me.
I
What's yours?
can't swim. The ocean's a scary place.
The ocean is
Ocean
terrifying.
and space are two scary.
You know what
places for me.
You know what I can't stop thinking about? Shark Week hashtag.
Hashtag comes
They
before
have.
the word.
They have. I know. They have literally the
Our social media
the person,
experts.
the
ladies
person
and
who does social media. They have never documented great white sharks mating or like giving birth,
Oh.
so they have no idea how they're born.
Mysterious hashtag.
Never.
Oh, sorry. Hashtag mysterious. What does that have to? So we don't know where they're coming from.
It's just weird.
They have no
I'm
idea.
sure they're just being born like
I
normal
mean,
fish.
I
It
would
just comes out
imagine
of
What
they
it.
if?
have
What
to
if?
be
They,
more.
like we don't even know if they have eggs. They don't know anything.
I'm
I
sure
think we can
I'm
make
sure
an
they've caught
educated
pregnant
guess.
ones. They have to have seen
They
them.
haven't. They've never.
I think
seen
we
them
can
give
make
birth.
an educated guess on this.
I don't think they can.
Well,
Did you know
who
that
made you
there's
expert
a-
of the sea?
There's a guy on TikTok that's like he's
the
one
guy
of my
on TikTok.
he's one of my favorite guys.
That's
'cause
right.
He's
the guy with the
he's-
tags
The
on the
tracking
sharks.
the sharks. I
Yeah.
love it.
He thinks
Did he
there's
find
a
a turtle? Because
He
I know
thinks
he
there's
lost
a
him.
megalodon.
There is.
I deleted
Do
my
you think there's a
TikTok, so I'm
megalodon?
not.
Yes. I think there's 1,000 megalodons. We
Like
haven't
deep in the
explored.
ocean?
We have not explored 90% of the ocean. I guarantee there's megalodons, mermaids.
This is why
unicorns.
the ocean's terrifying.
There's a whole bunch of shit under there we don't know about. Are you kidding me?
The mermaids are not hot like bitches under the ocean though. They're like,
they're probably
sirens.
scary
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
things, like the ones from Harry
Maybe.
Potter.
yeah, like
That's what
them.
I imagine.
vicious.
Vicious, like crazy things.
Yes.
Like into Kill a Kingdom.
Yes.
Okay.
And megalodons.
I like.
My fear would also be drowning.
Yeah.
Probably a confined space or like being crushed by something.
Do you think you'd survive the fear simulator?
No.
If I would do what she does,
Yeah.
I would think this isn't real.
Well,
Because that's what I do with movies. When I'm looking at scary movies, I look at it and I'm like, that's not real.
That's only because she's Divergent. She's able to do that.
I think I would try to.
But like,
do
why
that
wouldn't
too.
everyone
Yeah.
think that? If you know you're in a
Because
simulator.
that's the whole point of all of this, I guess, is that like this is just the way it is and what these people know. It doesn't make any sense.
Some people
your
are
humanity
stupid
is
too.
Everybody would be divergent. Like this wouldn't work. That's what this whole thing is so stupid to me. But then I have to put it away and say we're in a dystopian fake society.
I also
It's
think part
okay.
of it is like we live in a very well educated area too.
Yeah.
So we're in a different landscape than other parts of the country.
For fuck's sake, they're taking serum to go into somebody's brain. Like it's all fake. Like you know what I mean?
Gotta say too,
I know.
they did not sterilize when
No.
they injected, and they shared needles.
Yeah, that was a little weird. I like how they get tattoos.
Everybody's getting hepatitis.
If I got tattoos like that, I would get
Just a
tattoos all the
patch,
time. Yeah.
right?
I would have a lot of tattoos.
But they could at least be better
The bird
tattoos.
ones were
Yeah.
so fucking bad.
Because that was
like,
very much 2014 times. Like
I
everyone
know,
had those
everyone had
fucking
birds.
birds.
But also, like,
Everybody had
tattoos is such a
birds.
big thing in these books. Like, the Sarah
And
J.
why
Maas
is
books
only
with the tattoos.
Dauntless having tattoos? Like there could be
Yeah.
a farmer could have a nice corn tattoo.
I don't know
They
what
do have a
tattoos-
tattoo. It's a farmer's tan.
They, okay, Erica.
That's a good one. But I'm
It's a farmer's tan.
It's a hard line
Dad.
right here. That was
this
funny.
is probably I'm probably looking into it too much. But did you guys see any plus size actors on that screen?
No plus size, no black people.
Next movie.
One black guy.
One black.
Two.
Octavia
Ooh.
Spector's in the next movie. Octavia Spencer, sorry.
So the way that this movie ended, the only thing I remember was they were fighting like the main bad woman, and then they didn't kill her, which is the stupidest thing.
She just punched her in the face.
That makes
the
me
worst
so
line
mad.
of the movie.
She's the smartest person, controls everything, and you're not gonna fucking kill her.
You don't think she's gonna do it again?
Obviously, she's gonna come back, and it's like it's all your fault.
So, long story short, the erudite people, the people who think that they think that the abnegation folks are stealing food and they're not a good faction. They should not be in charge of the government. They want to be in charge of the government. Cool, great. So Kate Winslet becomes this like main head bitch and comes up with this serum.
Snow, yeah.
Think Snow.
Yeah.
Put them in the Dauntless folks to make Dauntless people basically just like mindless
Drums.
cops.
Yeah.
And get them to go eradicate the other faction, right? So our girl comes in, rah, I'm gonna beat you up. They go out in a fight, yada yada, and she has like the gun or something to Kate Winslet's head, and she's like, "You can't do it. I thought you were Dauntless." She goes, "No, I'm Divergent," and then punches her in the face, and then it gets her injected with the serum of do mindless things, and she goes, "Shut it down,"
And
so
wipe
she
the
shuts
program.
it and wipe it and shut the whole thing down,
Which is great.
Shuts it down, great. No one dies. Well, some people die, but the whole thing gets finished, and then they leave. They run away, get on the little subway, and then goes all the way into the distance towards the wall.
Is that what it was? I saw like them leave, but then
Her and Theo
So-
hug it out and leave.
The third movie is basically
we're gonna do the second one, right? Yeah.
sure.
Sure.
The second one, whatever, the bullshit happens. The third one, they actually leave the confines of the wall,
And
and we meet another bad guy.
cool.
So
Great.
it's Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels.
Nice.
I need to know.
Okay,
names.
so then we're
Jeff-
definitely gonna watch the next. What's it called? It's like Insurgent.
Allegiant. Oh,
Insurgent?
Insurgent, and then
Insurgent.
Allegiant.
Okay, so Insurgent, and they've only made 3. Are there 3 books?
Mm-hmm.
No, there's 3, and then 4's book.
Yeah, I am
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. So there's 3, and then there's 3 movies. I remember you saying you thought they didn't finish. I actually brought that up to somebody,
I
and they're
think
like,
she.
"No, they
I think
all-
she thought there
I
was only
think
2
there's-
movies made.
No, there's 3 movies."
I think there's storylines that weren't covered.
I don't know. I'm not sure. If somebody has listened or has read all of the books,
Let
let
us
us know
know.
if there's a big difference.
Yeah, the difference is she dies.
Interesting with the cover of Divergent. If you look at it,
I think of that Nora Roberts book that I read.
Oh, it's
that-
Hunger Games.
and Hunger Games, the Phoenix.
I
or
mean,
the
this
bird,
is.
the Mockingjay, or
I'm
whatever it is.
sorry. I'm gonna say it. This is a direct ripoff of the Hunger Games. I don't care what you say. I am
Yeah.
convinced.
I mean, I see it. It's fine.
So that's it.
It was still an entertaining movie.
Oh, it was very
I had a good
entertaining.
time watching it.
I had a good time too. I think Mike even enjoyed it. We were talking about it. We loved the capture the flag stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We loved like the fun training shit and
Yeah, I started off like sort of like
Mhm.
because of like the voiceover. I hate those voiceovers.
yeah, which they had to do.
Middle got entertaining. I was into it. I liked it, and then it got to the end where I was like, back to the thingy.
Yeah.
Talking over us.
I'm excited to see
what's
them.
gonna happen next.
I'm
but
excited
We're gonna
to-
go do it together.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what's outside of the wall.
I think everyone dies. Jesus Christ.
Okay, thanks for spoiling that for us. That's pretty much it. Do you have anything else to add, Erica, before I wrap this up?
Everyone dies in the end.
Okay, follow us on Instagram,
form.
books_n_Betches, BETCHES. Click the link tree. You'll see links out of like all the places you could follow us, subscribe to us, be a Patreon member, all the things. Look us up on YouTube. You can watch this, and we'll catch you next week, right?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.